So Grand Cross decided they were gonna release two ESTAROSSAs, and we still don't know why. It was a weird, very bad decision, but there are two ESTAROSSAs in the game, and I'm just comparing both of them and who's better. I have my Green ESTAROSSA level 80. I've had, I want to say, a bunch of fun playing with him. Like PvP, PvE, he's a really fun unit. And this is my red one. Oh yeah, baby. Not even you are. Doesn't even have a star. Do have a dupe though. I will be awakening him to 60 for his showcase. And to be fair, I did showcase the green one at 80, but I am giving ESTAROSSA UR gear, this I will. So when I do the red one showcase, there will be he will have UR gear just to compensate. But yeah, who's better, green ESTAROSSA or red ESTAROSSA? If you want a short answer, it's not even close. Like it's laughably unfair, because the green one, not only he's good, right? Not only he is a super good unit, he's a really fun unit as well. Like I feel like a lot of good units, right? Let me tell you a good unit. I think it's like super good, but I think it's boring, right? Let me pull up here. I can't think from the top of my head. Okay, this is my okay, Lilia. All right, Lilia, she's my waifu, and she's like super good. I think she's a boring unit to use. Like she's just a unit in there in the team that you're never using. And Merlin, I know she's waifu, blah. I think she's not fun to use because all her things like passive, shield, take off ult gauge. I mean, she does good damage, right? But again, I personally, she's like a really good unit. But I personally don't think she's fun. Green ESTAROSSA is really fun because of his counter mechanic. He is so busted. Like, imagine if green counter Meliodas didn't need to have like really low HP to have good damage on his counters, and he taunts, and he can't be petrified because his passive is when he uses a stance, or any ally in that matter, uses a stance, cleanses all debuffs, and it gives immunity to debuffs for 2 turns. It's just so crazy. It's just it's so fun to just use. Now, his ult is also like the most broken PvE ultimate there is. Like on PvP, you can avoid this ultimate by just not using anything. So if you want to break this ultimate on PvP, when ESTAROSSA does his ultimate, you can tell, by the way, because you can see the enemy's cards, right? If you see the ult card vanishing, he used the ultimate. If you use the ultimate, don't do anything. Don't attack. You can heal. You can inflict like Blue Demon Melee's corrosion. You can do that. Just don't use any attack cards, and nothing's gonna happen. He's not gonna do any damage to you. But if you do something, anything, it's gonna do 200%. Now it's a really low multiplier, but it's still damage, right? It's still damage, and it's so broken because this card. Okay, I said you can escape from this, right? But let's say you use this ultimate, right? The enemy cannot attack in that turn. He can't, so he can't take off ult gauge. So you give like Red Ascanor or whoever's in your team Blue King ult gauge in that turn to max their ult gauge, and they can't take it off. So next turn they have the ultimate, and then their ultimate is like, let's say Blue King, right? His ultimate is super mega busted. So it's a one shot in most teams. It's just ESTAROSSA is so good. Then his card, like this card right here, ignores defense. It's like you can see like it only does damage, right? But it ignores defense, which is really good. And he has 40% penetration as well, like Blue Bond, right? This card belongs to Blue Bond. Let me bring him up here. This card right here belongs to this Bond right here, which most people would say he's pretty bad. But here's the thing. Here's why this card is worse than this card. This 10% penetration, 40% penetration. You see the difference? Attack stat 484, 560. This is base, right? The more you rank up, the more like the gap increases. So he does much more damage than Blue Bond, and he decreases. He ignores defense, right? He's just a really good card. Does a lot of damage. This ESTAROSSA, if you pull him, this is why I'm actually giving you War Gear, because I think he's gonna be, even if he's not like a meta unit, because right now I just recorded the podcast we do, and we invited a top 5 PvP player. Actually, Mika knows him, and he said, "Yo, can he join?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he was talking, right, and he was really confident that this guy's good, but he's not like meta. So I actually feel the same way. He's really good, but he's not gonna be like super meta right now. But even still, like he's just really cool. He's just really cool. And every single time he does a counter, he just says "Fudu counter." It's just so cool. Everything about this unit is fun and cool. Literally everything. And then we have this guy. This card was stolen from Arthur. This is this card. 220 will not be able to choose healing skills. They stole the card, right? This card was stolen from Green King. This one, Destroy. Oh, it's different. Oh, but it's different. It's the same thing but different. So extension is different, because increases damage by 20 by each debuff, and Destroy increases by 20%, but then removes the debuff. Okay, so it's quote unquote different. It's the same card. It's actually okay. It's better because if you use 2 in a row, if you destroy, right, it takes it off, so it doesn't do it again. But if you can do it twice with this one, right? So, okay, so this card is better, but it's pretty much the same thing. So you can see that this unit is kind of like a copy and paste. Now, I'm not saying copy and paste units are bad, because the God's here Escanor is a copy and paste unit himself. This card is from Galland, and this card is from Lilia. But still, he's a fun unit to use. It's just that he took 2 boring cards. This card's boring. When you're doing the Grey Demon, this is the good card, and this is the bad card every time. It's just how it is. And Arthur is good because of this card. Arthur is really good because of this card. This card's bad. This card's bad. So he took 2 bad cards and then put in the unit. I don't know what he did. And then here's the thing, right? I didn't talk about the commandment yet because I was waiting to talk about this guy. So this guy's commandment. When an ally and enemy receive damage, apply a debuff that decreases the attack stat, attack related stats, so like it's attack, penetration, crit rate, and crit damage by 20% of the attacker. So in hindsight, this is bad for ESTAROSSA as well, because he's going to be attacking and then he will lose his attack stat, right? Well, with his passive, if you use this card, he gives himself immunity, so he can't be debuffed by his own commandment. That's really good. This guy doesn't have that. He will always be weakened by his commandment. And watch, this passive, I'm pretty sure this passive is kind of like a counter to his own commandment, right? So he loses 20%, but he actually gains attack stat by each debuff he has. But here's the thing, you can't control how many debuffs you have unless you're using like the last killer, which can only work on PvP, and you're not going to use this guy on PvP. Or you're using like someone that debuffs. You can't really control how many debuffs you're using, realistically. How many debuffs you're having in your characters, right? So first debuff increases the attack stat by 10%. Now here's the thing: if you wanna use this to like appease this, right? This is for all like attack, penetration, crit rate, crit damage. This is just attack. You're still losing 20% of your crit damage, 20% of your crit rate, and 20% of your penetration. Like this is a bad passive. It just is. When it's a passive that you can't control, I don't like it. Like I don't like if it's like, oh, according to how many buffs the enemy has, you get more stuff. It's like you can't control that. Like how in the game am I gonna predict how many buffs the enemy is gonna have, or how many debuffs I'm gonna have? It's like, if it was okay, for each debuff in each ally or enemy, you get 10%. Now it's different, but that would be kind of broken. Or maybe in each ally, which is like, then he would be like a mega damaging unit, right? But the ult's good, like the same ult, right? They have the same ult. And they have the same stats, which are really good. His stats are super nice. But of course, they have the same stats, right? But they're all super nice. Except crit rate, 30%. It's average. Red ESTAROSSA is a okay unit, while Green ESTAROSSA is a super mega good fun unit. So this is how we go. And how I've seen, a few people are saying the Red ESTAROSSA is better. And it's just, I don't know what they're thinking. I physically can't see. I would need someone to explain to me why they think Red ESTAROSSA is better. Because there's no reason. I can't think of a single reason why he'd be better. Like, if you want, oh, he does more damage because of the extinction, right? Well, this guy does 500%, which is a higher multiplier already, right? So this multiplier right here, 400. The enemy has to have 5 debuffs for the same multiplier. So you're already counting on the enemy having 5 debuffs to match the multiplier, right? For level 3. The others, they match a little bit better. But this one needs 2 debuffs and this one needs 3 debuffs to match. But you're still not ignoring defense like this card, right? It's just, Green ESTAROSSA is so much better. It's not even close. It's literally not even close. And when you attack, you're gonna lose 20% of your attack, right? Your attack stack. This guy just doesn't. Like, if you do the taunt first, the counter. So Green ESTAROSSA is much better. If you have both of them, do like I did and get you 80 on the green one, if you can, and wait for the red one. Maybe eventually someone's gonna come up with like a super busted team for the red one. But right now, even the top 5 PvP player can think of one, so yeah, that's how we leave here. That's it.